Good morning, students. Today we are going to cover the Apache Hive concept in data analytics. These are the content: introduction, features of Hive architecture, means how the things works for the Hive. Will be covered in today's one. So, in introduction part, as we can see at the right bottom corner, that we have this Hive services at the user interface layer. So as the diagram illustrates that this is a one of service and that works for a Hadoop as a database or as a data warehouse. So it's nothing but a warehouse infrastructure tool to process structured data. So important thing is that and in data analytics or in Hadoop, we can process all the structured, semi-structured or unstructured data. But in Hive or with the help of Hive, we can only process the structured data inside SDFS. So it resides on the top of Hadoop, as we can see, as a service layer, and summarize big data and make querying and analyzing easy. So as we are having a RDBMS relational database system and we can execute the queries, the same way we can have a Hive query, HiveQL, and that can perform or that can fetch our requirement as in the terms of a Hive query language. The theme for structured data analysis is to store the data in a tabular manner. Obvious, when we have a structured data, means the things need to be stored in a tabular format. And initially, it was developed by the Facebook, so it was invented by the Facebook, but later on, the Apache Software Foundation took it up. So now it is known as an Apache Hive of tool or a service that exists and that works as a relational database system for Apache Hadoop for in a distributed environment. So this is the difference between Apache Hive and a normal RDBMS system, since RDBMS works for the stored data and the standalone data, but here Apache Hive can work in a distributed environment too. So these are the basic features of Apache Hive, like it stores schema in a database and process data into a SDFS. It is designed for OLAP, online analytical processing tool. So our RDBMS works for the transactional data, that is known as the OLTP, online transactional processing. But Hive works for the online analytical processing, and it is the difference between the RDBMS and the Hive section. It provides SQL type language that is known as the Hive query language, or in short we can say it's the HQL. So SQL for the RDBMS relational database and HiveQL for the Hadoop distributed file system. And obvious, it has a very similar and it's a very familiar, I mean the simple statement. It's an efficient part, and the scalable means the data set of this Hive section can easily scale up or scale down for the future use. This is a general architecture of a Hive engine. So as a top layer, we can see these are the web user interface or Hive command line or any SD insights that interconnects with the Hive query language. So these things are interconnected with the HiveQL engine, means the Hive query language engine, or the meta stores. So here meta stores nothing but a general dictionary that has a storage part of all the data definition language, data types, the number of columns, means all the details about that repository or that data set has to be stored in this repository meta stores. Then execution engine means all the parsing and the compiler sections of operations performs in this section with the help of a MapReduce. And finally, the storage media part means where the data is going to store, means the either SDFS or the HBase, means the either in the column family database or the simple distributed file system. So this is the general insight. As in detail, like a user interface, Hive is a data warehouse infrastructure software as we discussed, and works for the either Hive command line or SDN sites or any web interface that we have designed to execute our Hive query language. Metastores is nothing but a simple storage mechanism where we can store the schema or the metadata of the table. Means as we said that what table, what database, what the data sets are inside, what are the columns inside, what their data types or the SDFS mapping. All these things are stored as a metadata inside your metastore. Hive query language is similar to the SQL as we discussed, but there is a difference. This SQL Hive query language works over MapReduce programming. So since it has to be work for the distributed environment, so MapReduce will be as a base layer for this Hive query language instead of writing MapReduce program in Java. So obviously Java is one of traditional language where we execute our where we can perform our MapReduce operations like a mapper or a reducer. But in case of a Hive query language, we can simplify all these two operations with the help of a very simple syntax of a query language. So this one, the like execution engine. So execution engine process the query and generates results at the same reduce results. So as we are getting in the MapReduce with the help of a Java, the same results can perform with the help of HQL, and finally as a distributed file system or HBase. So at the bottom layer where the data is need to be stored or performed, all the operations will be in a distributed environment with the help of a Hadoop distributed file system. So that's it for the Hive architecture. In the next lecture, we will cover the working of that Hive. So stay continue.